Hello. It's been a very long time since I've done one of these videos. A very long time. You might notice I look a bit different. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about something quite interesting, a side effect of lockdown that I wasn't expecting. Introductions. Hi, my name is Apollo Icarus Androgynous. I am a non-binary individual living in the UK during the ye old plague of COVID-19. It is now 2021, however, and I'm still locked inside. I should also preface this by saying that I'm someone with an invisible disability. I've got postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, which means my autonomic system is very bad. And as COVID, turns out, destroys the autonomic system, and there are more and more people being diagnosed with POTS every day, I've been having to shield more than the normal person because unfortunately if I get COVID, I'm either going to die quite spectacularly or I'm going to become much more POTSy than I was before, which means I could end up in a wheelchair or without a digestive system or being able to stand up for any period of time, like 10 minutes. Here's hoping. I'm being safe, my parents are being safe, and hopefully you guys are being safe so no one being stupid won't kill me. But I had a really... oh god, what's this video about? We are 1 minute 30 in and I've already changed the plot about 5 times. This video is on gender. What a surprise. So, when I left you guys, I was presenting very differently to the way I'm presenting now. And there's a reason to that. Over a year ago, I was unaware of how much pressure was on me to look androgynous. Now, that's not a bad thing. I actually love looking androgynous on certain days. Right now, I'm in a bit of a high femme look for vintage 1940s war era type vibes, especially the women's fashions, but I do some of the men's fashions as well. And it's fun. But over lockdown, something very weird happened. I spent the first part of lockdown with very short hair and mainly wearing hoodies and tracky bottoms and just generally having an extended panic attack over the events of the world. And then I kind of realised that I missed wearing skirts, and it was skirts that got me back into it. It's basically like wearing a big blanket on your legs. And for so long, if I had worn a skirt outside and I had gone into work or class, a place where people knew me to be non-binary, I felt like I would be judged for wearing a skirt. I felt like I'd be invalidated in my gender for wearing a skirt, or having makeup on that was very ultra femme, having longer hair, which I've got now. So I didn't. But I wasn't even aware of that fact. It was just wearing more masculine clothes made me feel very comfortable in my body. But during lockdown, the only people I saw, and have seen for over a year now, are my parents. And as much as I love them, I don't really care how they see me in the same way as other people. They're my parents. They saw me through my teenage years. They know how awkward that was. So I kind of went, well, I like wearing female clothes. I like dressing up to be a different person in female clothes. So why not just incorporate female clothes in my normal day-to-day life? Especially since I've gotten back into vintage fashion, which I used to be as like a youngster, but now I'm back in it again. It kind of was this revelation of, I don't feel dysphoric in a skirt, which is very odd because for the last 5 years, if I've worn a skirt without being in a cosplay, oh boy, I was unhappy and freaked out and generally anxious. But that didn't happen. And I was growing my hair out because I wanted a mullet. And then I realised I quite like my hair long. I've always associated my long hair with looking very feminine. And that's true because when I had long hair, I had boobs and chesticles. And obviously I've had top surgery since then. It just, in my head, it didn't connect. But now, because I see myself in a very androgynous form, my actual body, not the clothes that are on my body, not the hair, my body itself, I see it as androgynous. So having long hair suddenly didn't create the dysphoria. In fact, dressing like this, having like a vintage kind of fashion thing going for me, has made me incredibly gender euphoric, which pre-lockdown that would have never been a thing I thought would happen, but here we are. As a result, I've kind of stopped talking about gender on my channel because I was all over the place and I didn't really want to talk to you guys about it until I could even formulate what was going on in words. But it's a very interesting shift, and part of me is still very concerned that I'm going to be presenting more female again on my channel, and more people are going to start doubting when I say that I'm non-binary. But I kind of realise I don't care. People have always doubted that I'm non-binary on my channel. The amount of comments of are you a girl or a boy I get are just numerous. I'd be very rich if I had £1 every time someone said that. People are also always going to be mean the moment I say I'm non-binary. The people who are going to be mean are always going to be mean. I also kind of realised that actually this is something I've seen other friends deal with. This pressure, this unconscious pressure to conform to what is stereotypical of a non-binary person, especially if you're having to go through a medical transition and you need the doctors to literally take you at your word that you want to transition and you are not in fact just confused when you say that you're non-binary instead of trans male or trans female. I understand that, and I've seen quite a few friends over the years kind of realise that they're actually kind of on their gender expression levels, they're a lot more fluid than on their gender identity scale. Honestly, they found such happiness in suddenly realising that, you know what, whatever you wear does not invalidate your gender, it's what the fabric on your body. And unfortunately a lot of the world is never going to understand you. Some of the world will even be mean to you. So why are you holding back your happiness for people that are never going to like you at all? These are big questions, my friends. As we are now on the topic of gender medically, I thought I'd give you guys an update, and when I say update, I mean nothing's happened. I was on testosterone for a little while, however I came off because my mental health was awful. I wasn't able to deal with the changes as well as some other really traumatic things happening in my life at the same time. And I've had my top surgery, but you guys knew that, and I haven't had any other contact with any gender clinic or gender professional. I know that in the UK waiting times have gone up even further, and I'm very lucky to have gotten in when I did. I'm at a very happy point in my body. I've been working out more and focusing on muscle definition. I think I'm in a good place right now. I also want to say that's okay, because so many people are like, so what are you doing next? I'm just like, having a cup of tea, really. I don't know if I want to do more in the future. That's a problem for future me. Over lockdown, as you guys know, I have a bit of a few mental health issues that kind of get in the way of me doing stuff. And over lockdown, it got very bad again. I'm very lucky to have access to some really good doctors and consultants. I'm incredibly privileged in that, and they've got me on all sorts of medications which have been helping, which does, you know, somewhat help. But I'm unable to do anything scary like testosterone while going on these medications, and right now I don't really want to do it because I'd have to go to the doctors a lot, and I'm wittering on now. So I don't know if there's anything else to say. I'm now at 10 minutes into my video, and probably a little bit less on the actual YouTube video because I'll edit some of the bullshit down. So that's where I'm at. Kind of interesting, yeah? I'll see if I can do another video if anything changes. That's about it. I hope you guys have a great day, and it's been lovely to chat to you guys again about this. It has been a while. You have a delightful day. Bye.